YouTube. I apologise for the fan. It is stinking hot here today and I've just got home from work where I sit in a classroom with 30 to 32 sweaty teenagers with air conditioning that wouldn't work in a blizzard. So I'm nice and warm. I'm sitting under my air conditioning and fanning myself as well. This is my next Strike Back Videothon video, and today we're talking about series I won't finish for various reasons. So the first one on my list is Twilight. I have explained this before. I bought this book with the utmost anticipation that it was going to blow me away. I love vampire books. I love pulp fiction vampire books. This is not pulp fiction. This is just trash. It's badly written. It's two-dimensional central character of Bella just needs to grow up and have another couple of crushes and maybe another couple of relationships to work out that Edward treats her like crap because she smells nice to eat. Nope, don't like it, never gonna happen, not gonna finish it. Along the same lines as the next few series, that they're just bad relationships and poorly written bad relationships, which is just even worse, to be perfectly honest. 50 Shades of Grey. Yes, I have read it. God, is it bad. Like most people, I read it because everyone had read it. And it was just poorly written. And it doesn't surprise me at all that it started out, even if this rumor is untrue, but it seems like it would be. It's BDSM fan fiction of Twilight. Like, that's just a terrible place to start with. And this is the same sort of lines, icky relationship, or worse still, the first bloke that a girl meets up with, she's been in isolation, etc., or the bloke in the relationship is a bit cold to begin with, but is actually the thing that's going to fulfill her life. Shatter Me. The only person she's found that can touch her, if I remember rightly, one of the first blokes she ever meets, how conveniently out of a whole world of people, and she falls in love with him. And he's an arse. I don't care if there's character development, he becomes not an arse. He's still an arse to begin with, and I have very few men stop being an arse after they're an arse. This next one, to be honest, I didn't actually read it. I read the blurb and I think I just read Shatter Me. I read the blurb, it was in my library at work, and went, nah, not doing it. And that was Fifth Wave. It was basically the same plot. Girl meets boy, boy absolutely fulfills her every wish, and there is nothing else that she will ever want in the world. Done. In a dystopian future. No thank you. Done. Finished. Next one is Dorothy Must Die. Now, this one wasn't, you know, my normal it's badly written or bad relationship, etc. I was just bored. I know there's going to be a lot of people that really love this one, and as a general rule, you put in the Wizard of Oz themes, I'm there. I've got lots of different ones, comic books usually, that have redone the Wizard of Oz in different ways, and I really, really like them. This one, however, I don't know, I was just bored. I like the idea of Dorothy going back and being evil. Let's be honest, it's not really much of a stretch. She was from Ohio or somewhere like that. Yeah, I'd go back to Oz as well. You know, hurricane country in America. I wouldn't want to stay there. I'd go back to Oz. Pretty shoes, pretty dresses, nice colours. Yeah, take me back. And I'd probably be a little bit corrupt. That's fine too. It didn't flow for me for some reason. So yeah, I won't be going back to that one. The next one, again, I just got a little bit bored and I was 3 books into the season and I didn't finish... 3 books into the series and I didn't finish that third book was The Keys to the Kingdom by Gareth Nix. I'm not entirely sure how popular this one is, but Gareth Nix does the Clariel series, which most people do know, and this is a younger reader. I was listening to this series because I had borrowed it from my work library as audiobooks. I got halfway into the Drowned Wednesday, I think it's called, and just went, oh no, I don't care anymore. The first book was brilliant. It just went downhill from there, and I just didn't really get sucked into that third book like I did for the third one, so I just won't finish it. The last one of my I will not be finishing these books is a graphic novel, and this was a massive disappointment for me because I am a huge Harley Quinn fan, was the new Suicide Squad. This was mainly disappointing because the story was alright. The artwork, however, was atrocious. It had like 5 or 6 different artists, and it showed there was no consistency between panels. It just took me out of it. It was not a fun read. It was a slog, and it's a graphic novel. It shouldn't be a slog unless you're Sandman. That's fine to be a slog. Those ones up there, they're awesome. Yeah, Suicide Squad shouldn't be a slog. It should be a frivolous ride through carnage and mayhem. Yeah, with whimsy all the way through. No, it was terrible. I couldn't stand it. Then I've got 2 on my maybe I might finish this later in life. I got up to number 6 in the Tudor Court series by Philippa Gregory. So I read all the way through to number 6, which was The Queen's Fool, and again I just sort of lost interest at that point. It wasn't the characters that were in the previous books, obviously, because most of them had no heads left. It didn't drag me in like the other ones, and maybe that's my fault because I don't know enough about those characters, but it's just not going to happen. This last one's going to be an unpopular opinion. I have tried and tried and tried to read the Lord of the Rings trilogy and have never managed to get through them. I have finished the first book. That was a slog. I think that took me 4 times to get through. I've only ever got halfway through The Two Towers. I have never started The Return of the King. I don't understand why everyone raves about it. All I remember are long walks and descriptions of trees. How many different ways can you describe the colour green? I might try again just so I can say, yes, I've done it, I've given it a good go, but unpopular opinion to the max, I prefer the movies. Sorry. Yes, that is my unpopular opinion for today. So thank you for watching. And remember to support your small booktubers by subscribing and watching anything with the Strike Back Videoathon. #happy reading.